Since we last met, Man United, Liverpool and Chelsea have all sacked their managers. We've got new affiliates. We've taken on some big teams. We're in December. And suddenly, out of absolutely nowhere, we could be challenging for Europe. I don't know what the hell is happening either, but I'm not complaining. Hello, welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2022, the master we be able to save with Derby County. We have got a new affiliate in the form of Slavia Sofia in Bulgaria. The reason I went for them was because I wanted to get a new affiliate. They said yes, okay, after I harried and, well, kind of made a point of saying, look, we need a new affiliate. And Slavia Sofia's facilities are pretty good. To the point that they are exceptional in both the junior coaching and youth recruitment. They have got good youth facilities and good training facilities. It's the youth side of things I wanted, because I'm going to negotiate the deal eventually so I can get youth intake players from Bulgaria to join my team. Because why wouldn't I when I got the opportunity to do that, eh? But yeah, Slavia Sofia are part of it. We've already got Elfsborg, who have just been promoted. It hasn't shown it yet. They have been promoted as runners-up through the playoffs, so they are going up this year. And they are going up. We're going to try and send players out on loan to them so they can get more first-team experience. It's not often that both teams in the relegations, players both get relegated to the third tier from the second tier, but there you go. And I'm going to sort this out now because Eskilstuna finished in 5th. They're actually not far away from winning the title this year, so a great recovery from what they were last year. And then, because we're in Sweden again, I'm going to show you this. Allgright missed out on 5th place by a single point, and we're only 10 points away from the title. And Malmo, again, have not won the league. They've gone 4 years without a league title now. And apparently me turning up in Sweden and becoming a manager in this division has caused chaos. 2024 was the year I took over Allgright. It was the first year that Malmo didn't win. And Malmo have only won 1 league title in the last 6 years. We then pushed Hakim all the way to the end, and I left for Derby. And the last 2 years since I left for Derby, AIK have won the league title both times. So, fun times in Sweden. Really is. I love Sweden because of the fact that we just cause so much chaos to happen. And it's not often I can claim I've had an unbeaten season, but there we go. We are also in December 2022. We're also in the 22nd of December, and I'm thinking to myself, let's go with the fixtures we've had, since we've only really had fixtures. We've had no transfers made, apart from loans out, and I've actually finally got my development list and unwanted list sorted out, so that's fun. Anyway, matches, let's talk about them. So the first game we had in the Premier League after our win against Palace was against Arsenal. Paulo Bernardo scored that penalty before we actually equalised. Bird finds Irvine. Irvine then plays his ball through to find Walsh, and Walsh equalises. We equalise against Arsenal, who get another penalty. And Paulo Bernardo scores that penalty as well. They have 2 penalties and they score both of them. It's very annoying. Before they make it 3-1 towards the end, we got Pozzo, play the ball across to find Saka. Saka gets there first, and unfortunately the keeper does not do much at all to save his own skin. And we lose 3-1 against a side that is currently trying to challenge for the title. It's not often I can say that, but yeah, Arsenal are pretty good in this save, and they've developed their players really well, and they're looking quite strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal do win the title this year. Also, the fact that Nathan Back is on the bench for them actually made that sweet, because if he'd started, I would have been so happy for him, because he's currently part of the team that's winning the league title. The next game we had was against Everton, who are trying to transfer the Champions League, and Edmundson scores his first goal of the season from a corner. Some things never change. Unfortunately for us, this also never changed because we conceded the goal. Calvert-Lewin gets there, shoots and scores. Keeper could have done better, yes, but honestly, it's Everton. I'm not so shocked about this. Everton and FM, later stages in some games, tend to be really, really good. Other saves, not so much. They've been relegated in one of my other saves twice. But yeah, this save, they're quite good, and they've kept their best players, it feels like. So there you go. Everton, we get a draw against them, so I'm not upset. I just would have liked to win. And then we went to Wolves, and for the first time since we took on Palace, we did okay. What the keeper's doing there, I don't know, but Irvine scores that goal to give us the lead. I don't know what Raya's doing in there, but I would live with us as their manager right now. And then we double our lead in the 67th minute of the game. Walsh scoring the goal. I'm thinking good, we're 2-0 up. I was never concerned about being offside before we make it 3-0 in the 87th minute of the game. Williams finds Hayne. He plays it back to Acosta, who does that. Really good goal. And Acosta showing why I have a lot of faith in him. Then Wolves score twice. And I'm going to be honest, when Pedrino finds Ramirez the first time, I was thinking, okay, it's just a consolation goal. Then the second goal goes in. I will be completely honest and say this. I might have started to be concerned. Even if it was the 94th minute of the game and Pedrino scores again. 94 minutes in, I've seen problems happen. But we did win against Wolves. At Wolves, I am content. We then took on Newcastle. Ericsson finds Romero. And this is a Newcastle side challenging for the title. Arsenal and Newcastle have both beaten us. And they're both challenging for the league title this year. So as far as I'm concerned, this is not a bad result. Even if we did lose, it was only 1-0. We could have done more, but we actually created chances. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good sign. Now, if only we could actually get a point. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? We then went to Aston Villa and took on the side. I think in Gerrard's last game in charge, Valanta scores the opening goal for us inside 5 minutes. That's a good start. Gerrard, after this game, I think it's this game, another game, Emerson gets the goal to make it 2-0. Gerrard leaves for Liverpool not too long after this game. And I like to think we're partly to blame for that. Also, they missed a penalty and had a goal ruled out for offside. And this is the first time we've saved a penalty this year, to my knowledge. And Buttigieg, showing why I love him so much. He was incredible. The fact that our goalkeeper got an 8.5 rating tells me that, yeah, we probably deserve not to win this game, and Villa should have got a point, but we got all 3 points. As far as I'm concerned, big win. Big win. We then went to Boston. We then hosted bottom of the table Middlesbrough, and Akpom scores the opening goal. Gotta be honest, when they scored the opening goal, I was a little concerned. Then we equalised inside the 15th minute. Willie plays it across, finds Hayne, who had been on the goal before this game. He scores, and it's 1-1 before we got a winner in the 88th minute of the game. Evans finds Gerbic. Gerbic does what he does best, finds an assist. Hayne scores. We've involved him again, and Hayne gets a brace. And it's probably his best performance so far for us. And I think we might be letting him go at the January transfer window, either on loan or permanently, because he wants more first team football. And I gotta be honest with you, can't blame him. He's been pretty good when he's been called upon. So the fact he's not actually had as much gaming time as I want to give him, because Irvine's been so good, is a bit concerning. The next game we had was away to Tottenham, and Creswell gives us the lead. Musa should have done better with the keeping there, but 1-0 up. And then we make it 2-0. Inside 36 minutes, Hernandez, being involved, finds Valanta. Two players who I generally have had issues with this year because of disciplinary issues, combine to give us a 2-goal lead, and we beat Tottenham at White Hart Lane, or Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. How about that? Love it. A good result as far as I'm concerned. 2-0. Probably our biggest win, maybe, in terms of teams we've beaten. I don't, apart from United, I think United are probably the bigger victory, because even if it was at home, they're harder to beat in FM. Tottenham, though, at their ground, biggest away win. Under 100%. But perhaps the biggest win we've had since we last met was this one. West Ham United. We hosted them. Walsh finds Irvine. 50 minutes in, Irvine scores. You know, the player we've got on loan from Man City. He then doubles his tally and our lead inside 45 minutes with a penalty. So good stuff. And then 91 minutes in, it's 3-0. Evans plays his ball through to Irvine. Irvine completes his hat-trick. And again, Christian Irvine is a wonderful player. And we get a 3-0 win. And 4 wins in the bounce in the Premier League. Can you add and leave it? So when I said earlier on, at the beginning of the video, that we might be challenging for Europe, legitimately, we might actually be able to do that because of where we're doing, what we're doing right now in the league. Yes, Liverpool got a game in hand. Yes, Chelsea got a game in hand. But we're currently just 1 point off the top 7. We are 4 points clear the bottom half, which includes Manchester United and Tottenham. So, yeah, that's a thing that's happening. I don't know what's happening with those two teams. United have lost to Watford. And, yeah, That's they lost to Watford at home. We've beaten them. Palace have beaten them. Wolves have beaten them. Brighton have beaten them. They're losing to some teams they should not be losing to. They're also beating some teams they should be beating. They beat Man City, which is probably the biggest win of the season. It's the only big team they've really beaten, one could say. But yeah, maybe Southampton as well, who, for some reason, are in 5th. So, this league campaign is very confusing. We've got Arsenal at top. You got Newcastle and Man City top 3, so that's not as shocking. They got West Ham, who are Tycoon owned, but now at this point, in 4th, with 2 games in hand on Newcastle. You got Southampton, Chelsea, and Leicester the top 7. Everton, ourselves, and Liverpool in the top 10. Liverpool underachieving, we're overachieving. And yeah, this is a very strange season. With Man United and Tottenham in 12th and 13th respectively, this season could go very strangely. And I like to think that with us being 16 points clear of the relegation zone, we shouldn't need to worry about that anymore, unless we have a really horrid end of the season. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've also been looking at other jobs. Liverpool hired Villa's manager, Gerrard, so that's a thing. Bournemouth lost their manager to international management. Leeds sacked their manager. Chelsea sacked their manager. Palace at one point looked like they were going to try and hire me because I was apparently wanted on their list, and that's a thing. Marseille sacked their manager, and that's a club I would love to manage simply because that's the thing that exists. It fits the criteria perfectly. You got PSV, who again have won the Champions League and the Europa League. Yes, they've won the Eredivisie, but they've not won it since 2018, so it's almost 10 years now. It would be 10 years to this year if they don't win it. And they're not going to win it at the moment, because let's be honest, their 6th place, underperforming massively. I can't believe I'm strong to say that. Then Red Star has apparently lost their manager because he left for Panathinaikos, who are Tycoon owned. Panathinaikos, as manager, went to Man United. So now Red Star's available. And because of this trophy, they're interesting. Yes, they're currently unbeaten, and it would probably be a walk in the park. And I've been managing to sub in another save. But it's Red Star. It's a vacancy that I could look at and say, yeah, I could probably go to and try and manage one day. Just because of that one Champions League trophy to try and rebuild it and make it so they can win it again. And it would be a good trophy to add to my collection again. So many trophies available, many good clubs available for vacancies. And I look at that and I think, wow, that's a good opportunity right here now. And that's not even, those are the big teams. And I can't really go for a small team anymore because I'm now at Derby in the Premier League, looking like I could be chasing for Europe. Right now, I have to think big. Who's big? Who would be a massive, massive team? Porto could become available because their manager's linked with a number of jobs, and he's apparently very openly said he would love to manage at Chelsea, and given what they're doing right now, he might be without a job soon anyway. Especially when we look at the situation. Luis Enrique sacked by Chelsea. This is very recent. He's their favourite for the role, along with Vincent Kompany, and he's targeted the job. And, well, Chelsea have laughed off the interest, even though he's the favourite for the role. Why? I don't know. The board are pretty upset with him, so that could be available. And Porto could be a job. And we know with Porto's Champions League history as well, I am understandably interested. So, many things can happen. We may not be at Derby at the end of the season, even though we've got a 3-year deal under our name, simply because of all these jobs that could become available, or are currently available. The managerial merry-go-round is a big, big thing. And also, Portugal, I want to win a league title because I haven't won it since my time at Benfica many FMs ago, when I actually left Burnley for Benfica. So there's a storyline there. And also with the fact that we're struggling to do well in the Portuguese leagues with BMR helps. As well as Atletico Club de Portugal. So that's a thing. Either way though, we've got Bournemouth today. So let's focus on Bournemouth, who are in 19th place, 2 points away from safety. Leeds are going to hope that they don't get relegated. Their manager literally got sacked and then declared he's interested in a big job elsewhere, so that's a fun thing. I think Marseille was the job he was looking at, so that's fun. And now Bournemouth's a job that, well, a team that I think wanted me or sacked their manager. I'm going to ignore this middle part here, where apparently the Evans, Yumalik, and Bird do not work well together. I think it's Evans, personally, causing the problems, but I don't know why he's causing your issues there, but it's apparently happening. But whatever the case, this is a team that's been doing well, and we're going to stick with it. Buttigieg, Williams, Creswell, Griffins, Willie, Bird, Yumalik, Evans, Walsh, Philander, and Irvine start. Matt Folk, Edmundson, Acosta, Fraser, Gerbic, Cardosa, Hain, Rodani, and Zagri on the bench. Now, apparently, Matt Folk has already been warned that he might not be getting into the Finland squad in the European Championship year with us not playing him, which is not ideal. And I might need to give him some first in football or something alone. But she's been so good lately that I can't really drop him. Again, a 7.39 average rating in the last 5 matches kind of tells you the story. But yeah, that's the starting lineup. We should win against Bournemouth. If we don't win against Bournemouth, then I'm going to blame the fact that I turned off the game and we just decided to start doing badly because we turned the game off last night. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, let's see how we do. Apparently, they were getting the ball back to us. I don't know what happened there. Must have been an injury. But West Ham have beaten Man United inside 2 minutes. So United's season is going from bad to worse already. Evans on the ball. Try to find Irvine. Irvine on the ball now. Do something with this. It was a good tackle, but unfortunately, Philander gets the ball back anyway. And Irvine, good defending in the end to deny us. And we could have been in there for a 1-0 lead. This highlight may not be over yet, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but here's Griffin. Plays the ball to Philander. It's Bird. Now Willie. Could still be a chance here. And Evans back to Bird. Finds Yumalik. Play it out wide. Finds Williams. This is what we're good at. Walsh. Williams again. What can Jordan Williams do? Plays the cross. Philander. Evans! Carl Evans scores his first in a while. And remember I said we were ignoring the dotted orange lines? That's why he's really good. I know we can do good jobs here. And let's be honest, we are going to be doing a good job here. And I think right now, we've got to look at this and say, this is a good team. And Valenta nodding down to Evans was perfect as far as I'm concerned. And we do have our 1-0 lead. So let's go. I just realised why they had an injury. Apparently that one of their players came off injured. And now, Palace are beating Chelsea. What on earth's going on there? Walsh has just put it over, but what on earth's happening in the Chelsea game? Alright, so they have a chance. I'm going to move my mouse out of the way so you don't see it. And Bournemouth on the ball, but Walsh gets it back, gets tackled, but Yumalik finds Walsh anyway. Yumalik again. Oh, Irvine. Oh, he's got past the key. Wow. Look at the scorelines here. I'm just going to say, so Chelsea just equalised. So we would have been above Chelsea if they did lose this game. Everton 2-0 against Middlesbrough now. Liverpool drawing against Leeds, which means we will be 3 points clear Liverpool. Leicester beating Villa. United still losing. Brighton holding Newcastle. Tottenham are beating Southampton, who are down to 10 men after Tony got sent off in the side the first minute. And we are just goal difference behind Southampton right now. Watford are holding Man City. Wolves have equalised against Arsenal. So this is mental. What's happening this league campaign? Alright, so we've got an opportunity. I might take Walsh off soon because he's already tired. And that's a problem with the system, I think. And the fact we're playing so many games in a row now. Willie finds Evans. I also just realised Hernandez is only injured. And Irvine surely to score. They got 2 players injured now, I just realised. Gerbic finds Rodani. Evans. I'm confused. I've just seen Evans. Evans finds Gerbic. Gerbic's missed it. I've just seen Villa now 2-1 against Leicester. So there's something weird happening in this league campaign now. So yeah, right now, Premier League decided to be weird. We're going up to 8th place as we stand. Willie plays it ball to Irvine, who's had a miss. He's already missed a sitter. Rodani now plays it back. Oh, Evans surely gets his second. He does. It's 2-0. And Derby County surely are winning this game. Watford are now beating Man City. What is happening? City are now losing to Watford. Seriously, what is happening in this league campaign? And why are we suddenly in a great position to take advantage of all the calamity and chaos that's happening as we look to win our 5th game in a row? What is going on? Suddenly, I mean, Chelsea now 4 against Palace. Watford are now beating Arsenal. What? Why? What's happening? Irvine, trying to make it 3. I'm just confused. I feel like I'm more confused about the results going elsewhere than I am in this game. At this point, the fact we're winning 2-0 means nothing. We've already had 2 players with the takeoff injuries. Same with Bournemouth. Our players are getting exhausted out there, and we're just taking everything we can and winning this game still regardless. And now Evans is injured! For crying out loud! That's 3 players we've had to take off because of injuries. If we lose because we're down to 10 men now, I'll be very disappointed. But Munson gets the ball away. Here's Creswell and Munson. I mean, we're struggling with injuries right now. We might need to worry about injuries here, but Valanta on the ball. Finds Woodoni. Back to Bird. Griffin. Here's Valanta. Can play the ball forward. I mean, he got very lucky. That touch was so bad. He's lost the ball again. I mean, at this point, we are exhausted. Watford are 2-0 up. Ryan Kent has got both goals for Watford against Man City. And we might be about to concede. Because Burstow, I mean, this is so confusing. Didn't we lose to Bournemouth twice last year? We just got a good save. But I swear we lost to Bournemouth twice last year. I'm completely going off the rails and rambling here. I'm so confused by what's happening in this game. We've had to make 3 changes because of substitutes. Yeah, this game we ended up with 10 men because with 3 injuries. They had 2 players taken off as well because of injuries. We had to make 3 changes. 2 other changes were made because of injuries. So that's confusing and annoying. But we still win by 2 goals to 0. And this league campaign is mental. It really is. So we're up to 8th place. Goal difference of European football. I was thinking it would be impossible. Now suddenly looks realistic. With 4 points to Liverpool. Because Liverpool lost to Leeds. Chelsea won 4-1 against Palace. It's probably the only normal result that's happened apart from Everton beating Middlesbrough. Because Villa beat Leicester. West Ham winning is not actually a shock. Because United have been so poor this year and West Ham are actually backed by tycoons and got games in hand. West Ham could be in a title fight, I just realised. Newcastle beating Brighton is also a normal result. I'm not shocked by. Tottenham beat Southampton. Am I supposed to be shocked by that or not? Is that bad? I actually had to ask that question because Southampton doing so well. Watford beating City is a shock. Wolves beating Arsenal is a shock. This is such a weird campaign. It really is. So Evans is out for 3 to 5 weeks. Not ideal. And out for 2 to 3 weeks for damage for Williams. Yamanik's out for a pulled groin, 3 to 5 days. That's not ideal. We've won 5 in a row. And we should be safe. We should be safe. We really should be safe. And I'm excited about this. What a weird campaign. What a weird campaign. Both my starting midfielders got injured today. At least my other midfielders who can play about lack of first team football can now start, which is good. Anyway, we're going to end this on this note. Look at this table and saying we're a top half team who could be fighting for Europe as a newly promoted side. We're 19 points clear of the relegation zone after 19 matches. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. What do you think of my ideas of potential jobs I could go for in the future? And do you think I should finish this season because of how mental this league campaign is? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the save and what you think of this league campaign. And where you think I should go next. But either way, like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Really does help me out a lot and tells me you want to see more of this in the future. But either way, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.